Hi, my name is Reginald Martin, and I am the creator of the transmutation method. And one of the questions I get asked about is the idea of us creating our reality. And it usually gets asked in the perspective of, if I am in a terrible situation, why would I want to create something like that? And it really goes back to the idea again of us being the limited beings, as in the physical body. That's all that we are. But we don't consider the idea of there's a possibility we could have existed outside of our human bodies or outside of our bodies. Where were we? Where was our consciousness? Because we are energetic beings. We are consciousness that is aware. Where were we? Where were we when before we came into our human bodies? Okay? And looking at it from the perspective of, we are a spiritual being having a human experience. Okay, that is one of the main ideas that I want to put forth, is that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. We don't have a soul, we are a soul. Okay, and looking at it from that perspective, as a soul, we have the ability to choose what type of an experience that we want to have on earth. Okay, we look at a lot of times as God, as this creator being, and absolutely I'll give God that credit, or the idea of God that credit, that it is a creator being. Okay, it is the master creator. But as a master creator, the reason why God created anything was to have experience. As a master creator, that God does not create human beings from the place that God is. It creates beings that create beings that create beings. Okay, so from an egotistical perspective, we as human beings want to look at God as that being that just it created us directly from Him, or it. Okay, in that sense. And that's fine. You can look at it that way. But what if God actually created beings that created other ones? Okay? And in this sense, our soul literally creates us, our physical body. So just like God can create and created the universe and everything in it, as a soul, we create everything in our universe and in our reality. So we're not the same as God, but we have the ability of God. Okay? And that has even been stated in the Bible, that we are children of the Most High. Psalms 82, verse 6. We're children of the Most High. Okay? We are gods. Okay? And even Christ said that we are gods. That was one of the things that the Pharisees was angry about. He said, hey, didn't I say that you were gods? And all that means is that we have the same abilities, okay, on our plane of existence. So on our plane of existence, we can pick and choose what type of experience that we want to have. So we literally have the ability to choose who's going to be in our life, what circumstances that we're going to have. And it's all about learning. It's all about having experience. So we might literally choose to come to earth having some type of a handicap, so we can look at overcoming that. How do we overcome that? How do we deal with it? Okay. Now, as beings, we do have as human beings, we do have a free will to choose how we're gonna handle that handicap, so to speak. We choose what races we're going to have, what race we're going to be. We choose if we're going to meet our soulmate or not. We choose who's going to be our parents. All those things are orchestrated before we are even put into the physical body, before we even come into a physical body. Now, if you want to do a little research on that, there's a great book on there called, what is it? Journey of the Soul by Micheal. Now I can't even remember the name of the author in the book, but he really has done a lot of really good research on that, and he talks about us being able to choose those different things. So us being creators, yes, we choose the state that we are in. I chose to be African American in this life because there are certain experiences that I cannot get in any other race or living as any other race. There are certain things that I'm going to have happen, certain culture, a certain culture that I'm going to be within. And the idea is how do I bring light and how do I bring joy? How do I create heaven within this sphere of my humanity as an African American? What do I do? How do I do that? Okay. Now, all of us have that idea. All of us have that ability to choose that. We've had that ability to choose that. There are no accidents. You created everything. You create your reality. Really and truly look at living in physical life as almost like a game. Okay? And I don't mean that in a derogatory manner. I mean that as eternal beings, as energy that can never be created or destroyed. We are eternal beings that we live lives. Okay, we have lives over and over. That is something that the ancients all believed well before Christianity. That was pretty much a common belief among spiritual ideas, religions. Christianity stamped that out. They did that for a reason. I won't get into that now, but the idea that we could be judged on this one human life, 70 years on average, that we can be judged for eternity is absolutely ludicrous. But again, that's an idea. That is the idea of choosing to live a life based on fear and have fear run through your system rather than the energy of love and the energy of God that is us. Okay, that is God within. So yes, we are creators of our reality, all of it, all of it. So we do create this being, we create this life. And it is all about learning lessons. So what lesson are you going to learn? How are you going to overcome all the situations, all the difficulties that are in your life? What are you going to choose to do? How are you going to recreate that? Okay? That is really the idea of us in this life, in this human experience. Okay? I am Reginald Martin, and I am the creator of the transmutation method. Thank you for listening.